Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here. I apologize to you guys yesterday. I was, pretty sick. All right, I'm still a little sick today, but feeling a little better. I drank a lot of tea and took a nice hot bath. But anyways, I couldn't leave my subscribers with nothing. I had to give you guys something no matter what, give you guys some type of update. And yesterday I wrote in the community tab a little bit about the SPY, and I gave you guys my pivot levels, my support and resistance levels, and I gave you guys my strategy. But one thing I wrote yesterday, okay, I wrote here FOMC tomorrow, and there's a tendency, at least so far this year, of SPY selling into it and then rallying not long after. Okay? Did that happen today? FOMC was 2 p.m. today. Did it happen? We're going to talk about it. But first, here is my flow sentiment. Okay, this is the option flow from Cheddar Flow. I really like this service. Okay, flow sentiment is bearish. Okay, I have a filter for 500K premiums or above. And as you can see, big money is still overall bearish. 74% into it, 26% in the calls. Something that does stick out, we do got a lot of big money, like 6.5 million premium, 4.7 million premium, going into more out the money puts for that July 15th date. Over here, 5.6 million in premium, 362 strike price for that July 15th expiration date. Once again, okay, guys. So, just wanted to give you guys that information, and if you guys appreciate that, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on that notification. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel out a lot so I can continue to give you guys these good updates. I hope you guys think it's good. I'm trying. All right, so we're going to move on to my Discord, okay? And, well, I wrote a whole essay up here about what the plan for the day was and what my mindset was. That was written around 7:18 a.m., but then SPYs, it went up a little bit in the pre-market. So I had to change my levels, update it right at 9:30 a.m. Put first resistance at 378.5. First support is at 376. So, my strategy is always the same. You look for calls when resistance break out, and you look for puts when support fails. And, well, let's just say a lot of times, if you guys been watching Uncle Charles' video YouTube channel long enough, my for the most part, my strategy works out pretty well, and I try to make it as simple and easy for myself and for my Discord members, and of course you guys. But today was not one of those easy days. Okay, so let's go to the 15-minute chart here. Okay, like I said to you guys, it's very important to be nimble, and the way I trade, I play it level to level. So when I enter from one level, I look to take profits at the next level, and I probably leave a runner, a small, tiny runner, just in case the market wants to reward me with a home run. But I usually never look for home runs. I always go for base swings, okay? So, here's the S&P 500. Green line down here is my 376 level. The S&P 500 bounced up, went and tested that 378.5 level, okay? So what was the plan? I said, okay, we're going to buy calls when 378.5 clears. All right, I tried that. I forgot to put the arrow there. I should put an arrow there. I usually put the arrow to remember where I entered. But yeah, I buy calls there. It went up as high as 379.5 at a 380 price target. It did not hold. Okay, guys, I write my pivot level, support, resistance levels on that community tab. Definitely check it out. Write down the levels for yourself, okay, so you guys know what levels I'm looking at. But yeah, I got the entered calls. I was targeting 380. It got up to 50 cents short of my price target. Ended up getting stopped out. Okay, was not fun. Was my first trade of the morning. Was not fun. However, I was able to switch because on this candle right here, it closed below 378.5. Okay, so I tried to play the false breakout of this level. I entered around 377.5. A perfect entry, obviously, would have been 378.5. I tried to catch it, but real-time trading is not perfect. I entered around 377.5. Not my best entry. It was way off, but it got down very close to the 376 support level, as low as 376.7 cents. Okay, but I took profits around 376.2ish. Okay, so even my exit was not perfect based on my support level. Okay, but it's okay because I was able to end green. I took profits, left a tiny runner, and got stopped out, as you can see. Level to level. Even though it's not perfect level to level, that's pretty much was the idea behind, in my mindset, my reasoning for entering and exiting. Okay? And as you can see, if I try to hold for that home run, I would have been crying a few minutes to an hour later. Okay? No home runs, base swings. Okay? And in my next entry, this is after FOMC, it went crazy. Now I said to you guys, look for entry if 376 fail. Okay, that's where it failed, around when FMOC happened. Okay, now what did I say to you guys, even on community tab, and I said it many times to my Discord members today? The initial move is usually we sell into it and then it rallies. So when it lost that 376 level at first, I didn't trust it. Made me feel nervous, so I did not enter. However, it kept on dropping. Okay, now you look at this 15-minute candle, it looked like it just kept going up. But before it actually went up, it went down first, okay? And it dropped, went below that 376 level. I missed the entry for puts. I was too scared, not gonna lie. But it kept on dropping. And then it took out the 373.5 support level. That was my next support level. So I entered on the breakdown. All right. It went as low as 372.12. I took profit around 372.2-ish. Okay, so that's another one. That was not a perfect trade. Okay, but the mindset behind my trade and reason was level to level. I wasn't looking for perfection. I was just looking to make a quick buck, some quick money. And I did, level to level. And then right when I took out, okay, this is all alerted in real time on my Discord, by the way. But as soon as I got out, boom, it shot up. This is why level to level trading is so important and not allowing greed to guide us, okay? Because this strategy, the level trading, is not about greed, okay? Because if I did get greedy and try to go for home run, I would have been crying to my mom and to my grandma and to everybody else who probably don't give a damn. I would have been crying, okay? Level to level, all right? So very grateful. 2 trades got out green. I wasn't done yet. It's right here. I had a 380 level. Now on this big green candle, SPY, it cleared it. So obviously I did not enter calls. I was playing the bear side today for some weird reason, just how it happened. On the back test, keep in mind the back test and gold strategy. So anytime we clear a level, we want to see that next candle or whatever candle test that breakout level as a support and hold. Obviously it did not hold. I noticed that, so I decided to use the back test and go strategy for the bear side. So I waited for that level to be retested or back tested as a resistant. I entered I entered puts. This was alerted in real time in my Discord as well, and I took profits at the next level, 378.5. Okay, now look what happened. If I check, this is a 15-minute chart. If I show you the 5-minute, you see here this candle right here tested 380. That's why I entered puts. In this very next candle, the low of this next candle was the level below that. It went as low as 378.4, but I got out around 378.5-ish. Okay, because it was my support level below. Okay, level to level. And as you can see, I'll go back to the 15-minute chart. If I didn't respect my strategy, if I didn't stay true to my strategy, because look at this candle, it exploded back up, went as high as 383.88. I had a resistance level around 383.5-ish. I didn't enter it here, but I wrote it in Discord. But you can see here, if I didn't respect my strategy, and a strategy that I made a promise to myself that I would follow when I was not emotional, when I was clear-minded, I made that promise. I will follow this strategy with all my heart. So when you're trading, your emotions take over. It'll make you go against yourself. It was very hard to trade today, guys. But like I said, I've been doing this for years and years of practice, especially on a paper account when I first started. Years and years, I got addicted to it like a crack addict. Trading level to level, respecting my stuff. It became a bad habit. It was a good habit, actually, but it was a habit. That's how I built my repetition. It's all about muscle memory, repetition. Use a paper account if you're still struggling to do this. But that's what I did, level to level. And if I didn't do level to level, I would have been crying. 3 trades, guys. 3 stressful trades that I took that could that I could have been very, very red in, but because of the strategy, level to level, it saved me. Okay, this is something I preached on my Discord every day. This is the secret to Uncle Charles's trading strategy. This is what it is. Okay, no greed. Anyways, enough of that. Here's the daily chart of the SPY. Okay, main levels and patterns I'm watching. Okay, obviously the multi-year trend line that I talked to you guys a lot about, that orange one, as you can see here. Still watching that bull flag, the yellow bull flag. I'm also watching that rising wedge right there in pink. And of course, I have my fib levels from the March 2020 low to the January 2022 high. Okay, now here's where I zoom in a little bit. Okay, now very critical level is that 380 level. Okay, that's based on the 38.2 retracement level. Yep, my 38.2 retracement level based on the fib levels. Now, SPY got as high as 383.88. As I mentioned earlier, I had a level around 383.5. I also have 385 above that as based on a previous low here. 387 above that. And then 390, that's the gap fill. Those are my upside price targets. Okay, guys, also written on the community tab. But as you can see here, SPY did not get the close above. Okay, it's lingering below it, but did not get the close above. So that worries me a little bit. We still did not recapture any critical resistant levels. Is it possible we get a relief rally? Of course. Is it possible we go and fill these gaps? Of course. The support level of this falling wedge that you guys see here, this pink line, technically is holding, okay? We did get a little break, a minor, small, weak break down below it yesterday, June 14th, but today that level got treated like a support and it closed back above just below that critical 380 level based on my 38.2 retracement level. Okay, I'm sure there are other reasons why that level is important, but that's the reason that I'm looking at. Okay, so hard for me to get bullish when SPY cannot close above that level. Of course, the strategy for tomorrow is, even in intraday, because I am a day trader, if SPY can clear that level, I will be most likely looking for calls. Okay, based on this flag pattern here, the yellow flag pattern, there is a resistance level around 380.9. Okay, so we'll round it to 381. Okay, so if you look for calls, if you play level to level and you look for calls with 380 clearing, that's not really a big move at 381. Okay, don't blame Uncle Charles. I'm just, objectively reporting the support and resistance level. A lot of times the support and resistance level are pretty clustered close to each other, and there are other times they're pretty spread apart. Okay, they're not always perfect, but just know when my intention is to unbiasedly report the levels to you guys. Okay, so you can either look for calls if that 380 level clears, or look for calls if that 381 level clears, because that would be a recapture of two critical levels, the 38.2 retracement level and this bull flag. So we can even give it a zone. Okay, 380 to 381 zone. Above that, I have support resistance around 383.5 as mentioned, right? 385, 387, and then gap fill. Okay, got to clear resistance for me to want to look for bullish positions. All right, because I'm looking at this daily chart right now. This looked nothing more than just a back test of this bull flag that we broke down back on June 13, a couple days ago. We broke it down back on June 13, gap below it, never cleared it. Today, this could be a back test. Keep the back test and go strategy in your mind. Okay, so like I said, I had a level around 378.5, 376. All right, 373.5 to 373. Okay, those are my support levels. If you start seeing SPY start taking out support levels, that's your sign to look for puts. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna right now is at 378.5. So that 0.55. So that's around where my first support is. 376 below that, then 373 to 373.5 zone. Below that is 372. There it goes with that, support clustered close to each other. Then below that is this low, June 14th low, around 370.5ish. Then I'm targeting 369. Actually 368. Actually, yep, 368. We'll give it a zone, 368 to 369. The levels aren't always perfect. And then below that, we could go drop down to 364. Okay, so like I said, can't get bullish unless we can recapture that 38.2 retracement level or that bull flag. So it needs to be above 381 for Uncle Charters to be interested in calls. Because if we can clear that, that's a sign that we can get more of a relief rally. Okay, because last time in FOMC, like I said a few times, we sold into it and then we rallied. Similar to today, we sold into it, or the first initial reaction was we sold into it, sold down, and boom, rally. Okay, so it's possible that this bear trend rally, this bear market rally can continue. Keep in mind, 380 is around the 20% mark from all-time highs. So that's about bear market range. All right. Right now, we're still in bear market range. So above that will take us back out, obviously. Okay, guys. So you got my levels. You got my strategy. All right. Good luck for tomorrow if you're trading the SPY. We can take a look at the VIX here. It filled the gap around 29.7. It went down lower. Almost tested that 50% retracement level around 27.6. But you see this white trend line that I got, it technically still closed above it. So it's not technically a false breakout just yet. Of course, if SPY does drop below it, that needs to be below 29.5. That will be a false breakout. Then I will favor 27.59, 25.4ish. Probably back down to 23.8. You guys get the idea, okay? We get that false breakout below 29.5. That's bearish for the VIX. Okay, VIX and SPY usually go opposite direction of each other. So if VIX is looking bearish, it's possible the SPY can go up higher, and that could, that's a sign that is a short squeeze or bear market rally, if you will. Okay, but VIX need to get back above 29.7, go and test 32.3 to be bullish, and clear that obviously would be bullish, putting 35 then 36.6 back in play. Okay, and if VIX start looking bullish, this could be a healthy pullback. Okay, that's your sign that the SPY could be heading back down. Okay, this is what I mean letting the price action guide you. It's what is identifying the critical pivot levels, previous supply and demand zones, patterns, the support and resistance levels, identifying them and then doing your best to react to them in real time. Not trying to predict, because the market's gonna do what it wants. I can give you guys some predictions. Some of you guys might like it, some of you guys might not like it. But at the end of the day, the market don't give a damn about what Uncle Charters' prediction is. It's gonna do what it wants. Okay? And a broken clock can be right twice a day. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I don't make predictions. I just make trades. Anyways, moving on to Triple Q. Triple Q. All right, so Triple Q was able to recapture a critical level around 279.87, went all the way back up and back tested a very critical level around 286, 286.6, but was faced with strong selling pressure. Didn't quite close the gap. The gap close would be around 288.4ish. So for me to be bullish on Triple Q, I need to see that 286.6 level clear so we can go fill that gap. And if we can get above 288.6s, that would put 293.5 and 295.8, and then possibly even a test of 301. Okay, got a gap around 299.3ish as well. But hard for me to get bullish if we can't even clear that level. Okay, but we still got that 279.87 support level. We lose that level again, that's a sign that we could possibly head down to more downside with support around 276.5. That's a nice $3 move right there. Previous low around 273ish. Another nice move to the downside with the next support around 270. Okay, guys, looking bearish still. Okay, above 286.6, maybe I'll be short-term bullish, in favor of bear market rally. Dow Jones went and said hello to the 5-day moving average, but got smacked down. The 5-day moving average wasn't very friendly to Dow Jones. But Dow Jones did manage to recapture the critical level at, what's that level at? 306.5-ish. Okay? So that level needs to continue to hold. And for me to look for calls or get bullish on it, it needs to clear that 308.7 level. Get above that 5-day moving average. It's around 310.9-ish. Maybe it might drop a little lower tomorrow. But just watch that 5-day moving average. If we can clear, that puts 313 in play, and there's a gap fill around 314.3-ish. Okay? If SPY loses that if Dow Jones loses that 306.2-ish level, 5-ish level, that's a false recapture and a sign of more downside with support all the way down to 303.4-ish and then 298.7. All right? IWM, let's see, managed to treat that 169 level as a support. You know, that's not too bad. But it did face some strong rejection around that 174-ish level. That's my next resistance line, 174.3-ish. If we can clear that, that puts 178 back in play, which is also gap fill. And also based on this yellow trend line, if we can clear that, that's pretty bullish. We can get back to 180, possibly 183. Okay, possibly even high to 184-ish, around there. Above 184, I'd be, pretty bullish on it. Give us a potential double bottom here. But 169 fails, that takes that double bottom pattern out of the picture. Okay, 165.7 in play. Minimum. I do mean minimum, as in it could drop even lower. And here's Apple. Apple recaptured a couple of critical levels. I had a level around 132.9. That's based on May 20th low. And of course, I also have my fib levels from the March 2020 low to I got it to the January 2022 high, So I have a 38.2 retracement level around 133.47, and Apple recaptured that level today. So that's actually a good thing. However, one thing that makes me worry is how Apple filled the gap. That's very nice. Very nice. You fill the gap, Apple, but Apple was faced with strong reach. I'm talking about Apple like it's a person. That's weird. But after it filled the gap, it did face some selling pressure. Okay? I can't get bullish on it unless it clears that 137 level. If it does, we can maybe watch that next gap fill around 142.5. As long as it's below that, gotta watch that 133.4 to 132.9 level. 133.4-ish, right? To 132.9 level. Okay, if that zone fails, it's pretty bearish. Okay, I'm favoring lower lows. All right, we got the previous low around 131.5-ish, but my next support isn't until 126. Okay, that's a nice juicy move to the downside. So definitely watch it. Above 137, bullish. Below 133, bearish. Okay, guys, got Tesla here. Look at that nice big green candle body. Very, very nice. Recaptured a very critical level. I covered Tesla. I made a few posts about Tesla today, but overall I talked about the 680 level because it was a previous low back on May 12th. We can recapture that. I'd be bullish on it, and we did. I had 686.3-ish support resistance levels, 699.7 and 706.6. It hit all those levels, got up to 706.99, almost 707 before pulling back a little bit. Now the main level I'm watching is at 680. It could pull back a little bit, which would be healthy. But the fact that it recaptured that level makes me a little bullish on Tesla. Okay, so as long as it holds, I'm bullish. I'll favor more upside. Okay, I have 726.9-ish, 745.5, 752 as more upside targets. Okay, for me to be bearish on Tesla, it would need to take out that 680 level. And maybe if it back tests, doesn't hold, I'll count that as a false breakout. Okay, guys? So, that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. This means a lot to me. Please hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Join the community. Turn on the notification bell. It really helps out the channel a lot. And I want to get out this information for you guys, okay? I love being a part of y'all's journey. I'm just grateful. You guys giving me this chance. I don't take it for granted. So, talk to y'all soon. Peace.